Have you ever wondered why the new TV series, Dune Prophecy, on Max has placed such intense focus on the secretive Bene Gesserit, and why their veiled manipulations and mystic traditions feel both ancient and eerily familiar? Perhaps it's because Frank Herbert's world draws on a deep well of historical and literary traditions, of female oracles, wise women whose whispers and portents have shaped civilization, mythology, and the course of empires. Before we unravel the strange tapestry of influences that brought the Bene Gesserit into being, welcome to Phantom Astronaut. If you enjoy journeys into the unusual, the paranormal, and the fantastic corners of literature and media, please like, share, and subscribe to support this channel. The Bene Gesserit, as portrayed in Dune Prophecy, are more than a mere religious order. They're a sophisticated sisterhood that has spent centuries engineering myths and guiding events from the shadows. In recent episodes, we see them carefully preserve their methods of influence, going so far as to hide an illegal and ancient computing device, a relic that stands in stark contrast to the feudal culture around them. This act is not just narrative flair, it's a key to understanding the Bene Gesserit's secret. They know their own myths are constructs. They do not passively inherit prophecies. They plant them, water them with caution and cunning, and harvest the power they yield over generations. It's a method of control that echoes the long tradition of female prophets and seers in our own world's storytelling and history. We've encountered prophetic women before, not just in far future deserts, but in the mists of our literary past. Consider the three witches of Shakespeare's Macbeth, foretelling a violent rise and fall of kings in cryptic riddles. These weird sisters, though seemingly chaotic, are part of a cultural archetype, the feminine mystic who knows more than mortal men, whose voice vibrates with the energy of fate itself. Their male counterparts often appear as mere messengers, while the women channel something cosmic and unknowable. From the pages of Shakespeare's tragedy, it's a short jump back in time to the real-world shrines of the ancient world, perhaps none more famous than the Oracle of Delphi. The Pythia, seated above a fissure in the earth, spoke cryptic words that guided the destiny of Athens, Sparta, and beyond. Her counsel was sought by leaders and commoners alike, a woman through whom the gods themselves seemed to whisper. Not all oracles are carved in marble reliefs or recorded on ancient scrolls. Consider Anna Ulrika Arvidsson, an 18th century Swedish mystic and fortune teller who attracted nobles and commoners seeking glimpses of their fate. Much like the Bene Gesserit, she operated at the fringes of power, offering guidance that could sway decisions and policies. Her influence, cloaked in subtlety and secrecy, resonates with the cunning manipulations of the sisterhood we see in Dune Prophecy. Frank Herbert didn't just draw from these hallowed halls of history, though. The Bene Gesserit, disciplined and methodical, were also influenced by religious orders, including the austere dignity and devotion of Catholic nuns. Imagine the silence of convent corridors, the hush of prayer, and how these disciplined women served as stable anchors of faith and moral guidance, though often under the authority of a patriarchal church. In Herbert's universe, the Bene Gesserit take this spiritual rigor to new heights, adding secret knowledge, genetic engineering, and political maneuvering. To these Western influences, Herbert layered in elements of Eastern traditions as well. Consider geisha schools in Japan, where generations of women were trained not only in traditional arts, music, and dance, but also in the art of subtle social influence. Blend the solemn devotion of a cloistered nun with the carefully controlled elegance of a geisha, and you begin to glimpse the schooling that shapes a Bene Gesserit adept. So why have women historically been seen as vessels of otherworldly powers in societies that often grant men the reins of authority? Perhaps it's because the spiritual or supernatural often thrives in the margins, where the official order does not tread so easily. In patriarchal cultures, women were often relegated to the periphery of direct political power, yet the intangible realms of prophecy, mysticism, and healing created spaces where they could wield influence behind the scenes. By occupying the mystical domain, women could subtly guide decisions that shaped entire empires. This unspoken acknowledgement of feminine spiritual potency allowed them to impact events in ways men could not entirely control. And so the myth of the female oracle and mystic endures, reflected and refracted through countless stories, continually reminding us that knowledge and influence don't always travel the straight, well-lit roads of conventional power. As we watch Dune Prophecy unfold, the sisterhood continues to captivate us because they inhabit a space that feels both extraordinarily alien and intimately familiar. Their careful cultivation of legends, their mastery over whispers and beliefs, resonates with the long human tradition of placing women at the crossroads of fate and world-shaping counsel. Their secrets are sealed in silences that we long to break, their political maneuverings as subtle and unavoidable as the turning of the seasons. It's no wonder that centuries after the real-world oracles vanished into memory and myth, we remain fascinated. Are we just hungry for more hidden knowledge? Or do we sense that the Bene Gesserit reflect something about the ongoing dance of faith and gender in our own societies? If you found this exploration intriguing, please remember to like, follow, and subscribe. Check the description for more ways to support this channel and keep these conversations flowing. Until we meet again in the frontier between what is known and the unimaginable, I'm Phantom Astronaut.
And I will see you out there.